You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
Hi, we're Enterprise Splaining, the podcast where we explain Star Trek Enterprise to each other and to you. I'm Bill, and these are my co-hosts, Maria.
Hello!
And Jamie.
Hi.
I love how my energy just makes the two of you laugh. That makes me so happy.
Whenever you say hi, I always jump.
Yeah, like, geez, okay, you're very aggressive about your highs.
Today, we are talking about the Star Trek Enterprise episode Canamar. However, I'm the only person who has actually watched it, and it's my job to explain to my co-hosts what happened on the episode, and I am absolutely raring to go because it has been 2 months since I hosted an episode between special episodes.
Oh my goodness. Hi.
The last episode I hosted was Dawn, which is our shortest episode ever because nothing frickin' happened in it. But we're here now with Canamar. Business! We have t-shirts. If you go to the ESO Network and click on their TeePublic store, you can find our Enterprise logo t-shirts and also our Porthos Appreciation shirts. They are amazing. Please buy one. Let's move on to Canamar. Computer! Tell us a little bit about the episode we're going to be watching this week.
Canamar. Archer and Tucker are wrongly arrested and placed on a prisoner transport heading for a penal colony named Canamar. Things go from bad to worse when one of the other prisoners plots a takeover of the ship.
Now it's time for 2 truths and a lie. I'm going to make 3 statements, one of which isn't true. Which is which? Watch the lady. Watch the lady. Statement number 1. Archer confesses that he's a criminal.
Okay.
A war criminal?
Just that he's a criminal.
Archer confesses that he's a criminal.
Yeah, I feel like this is like he's pretending or something. Okay.
Is he a smooth criminal?
Statement number 2. While under T'Pol's command, the bridge crew do their jobs well.
I mean, I feel like that has to be the lie because it feels like it's so obvious you wouldn't have made it into a 2 truths and a lie.
I love how any other Star Trek show, you'd be like, the crew did their jobs well. We'd be like, obviously.
Yeah.
And on this one, we're like, what?
Oh my god.
They were competent?
Statement number 3. Archer and Trip are sold into slavery.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, this is hard. Oh, this is really hard.
I'm going with number 2. I think that somehow T'Pol manages to not have an efficient bridge crew.
Okay.
The other 2 seem
Jamie.
perfectly plausible to me.
I'm going with number 1. I don't think that Archer confesses to being a criminal.
So you both believe that Archer and Trip are sold into slavery? In this
Yeah, why
episode.
not?
Okay.
Yeah, that's...
Choices recorded. While you ponder what this week's lie may be, let's hear a little bit more about one of the other podcasts on the ESO Network.
Seasons come and seasons go, but no matter what season it is, the 42 cast will always be there. With discussions of TV series, films, comics, novels, and even video games, it's almost like we talk about everything. So give us a listen and tell your friends. The 42 cast is a proud member of the ESO Network.
Cold open. A badly damaged shuttle pod floats through space.
Our shuttle pod? I mean, an Enterprise shuttle pod?
An Enterprise shuttle pod. Here's my question. Do I attract shuttle pod disaster episodes?
Yeah, you've had a lot of them.
caves?
Your caves?
That's
Shuttle
way
pod
better,
one,
though.
Dawn, now this.
Yeah, it's true.
Also, how many shuttle pod ones are they going through on this show?
So many.
It is tumbling through space. There's carbon burns all over their droid. We move inside the shuttle pod, and a communicator slowly tumbles through the otherwise empty interior. No crew members, no lights. Beep, beep. We hear the voice of Hoshi. Enterprise to Shuttle Pod 1. Captain Archer, please respond. On the Enterprise, T'Pol asks for a report. Malcolm tells her, it's taken weapons fire. Main powers offline. Gravity plating. Life support. Biosigns? None. Dun, dun, dun. We have faith. It is time for Jamie's Diane Warren update of the week. Take it away, Jamie.
All right. So previously I talked about how there's this new Disney show about teens that form a band called Electric Bloom. Well, the soundtrack for season 1 was just released. And to promote it, there was this big event that was open to the public over 2 days at Century City in LA. It was called the Electric Bloom Experience. So basically, like, kids who love the show, mostly like young girls, could show up and they get merch and there's like selfie walls. They can take photos in front of that sort of thing. And you know who else went to this? Miss Diane Warren.
What?
So it's like, she has all of these videos on her Instagram that she took of like young girls. So like I would say between the ages of like 6 and 10.
Aww.
Like, like really cute. That are just like really big fans of Electric
awesome.
Bloom, the fake band from this TV show, and all of the songs that Diane Warren wrote. And these videos are just so cute. There's one where she asks the girl what her favorite Electric Bloom song is, and she says the name of a song, and Diane Warren says she has really good taste.
That's so cute.
And then Diane Warren tries to get her to like say that everybody should buy the soundtrack, but the girl like is just like silent. And then her parents are like, she's trying to get you to say this, and then she like finally kind of says it. It's really cute.
Funny.
There's like another girl who's just like she has headphones on, and Diane Warren walks over and asks her what she's listening to and asks her to sing it out loud. So it's pretty cute, but all of these girls are like practically rolling their eyes at this like adult woman that is talking to them, but it really is like so cute. Like Diane Warren is genuinely like so excited and happy to see all these young girls listening and loving this music that she wrote.
Right.
So
Lovely.
it's like very cute because of that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Anyways, that is this week's Diane Warren update of the week.
Thank you, Jamie. We're back. On the Enterprise, the bridge crew is listening to Archer's last Starlog. Captain Starlog supplemental. Trip and I have left Keto Enol, where we had a successful first contact with the Enolians. We also had time to squeeze in a little R&R. That's it.
Okay.
Hoshi then says, well, that's it for the message.
Great,
That's it for the episode. Good night, everybody.
great log, Archer. 5 out of 5. No notes.
Wait until you hear the next part. Hoshi says, there's only one more log entry after that, something about a Pan-Zan match. Pan-Zan? Hoshi says, it's a sporting event. The captain said it was the closest thing to water polo he's seen since he left Earth. Marco!
Do we think it's water polo, but they use like lacrosse sticks? Since every space sport uses lacrosse sticks.
Yeah.
You're like in a pool, but with lacrosse sticks.
Phlox is on the bridge, and he has a forensic analysis. He's found traces of human blood on the deck and bulkheads that match both Archer and Trip. Lieutenant Reed believes they were abducted.
Wait,
Inside bulkheads, right? Not outside bulkheads.
Not clear.
Oh, shit. All right.
Wait, I'm
That's
so
all it says is
confused because
bulkheads.
I forgot. I have to say, after the Diane Warren update, I totally forgot about the cold open.
You
I forgot there was anything there.
Enterprise existed?
I just thought, wait.
No,
when
Flux finds blood residue on these tween girls who are at the Diane Warren event.
No, wait, just like back up a second. But how did we get an Archer? So we have an Archer log
From the shuttle pod.
There was the shuttle pod.
So
was
is it
fucked
I
up.
thought is this a flashback?
No, the Enterprise found the shuttle pod
so
floating
they're
through
listening
space.
to the older. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why I didn't understand that. That is on me, not on you. Maria seemed to understand, so I was like, oh, they're there, and then it's like, wait, they're not, and I was confused. Okay, thank you.
T'Pol tells them to set course for Keto Enol, which is the last planet they were on. We cut to a new kind of spaceship we have never seen before. It's very blocky and grimy. It's, in terms of the shape, it kind of looks like a banjo, but it has the cockpit, the front of it looks like a vulture head. It's very pointy.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. Inside the cockpit are two aliens we will learn are Enolians, and they basically look like humans except for bumpy skulls. They have ridges on the sides of their eyes and cheeks.
Okay.
Are they white men?
They are. Oh,
Of course.
Wait, well, we're going to get into that.
they
Don't you
are.
worry your
Oh,
pretty little head
great.
about that. Their uniforms are black puffy jackets ornamented by leather straps.
Interesting.
All right.
Vibe-wise, they look like guys who spend way too much time at the gym. They all have thick necks,
Okay.
receding hairlines, and they have gelled hair, some of which is gelled into spikes. Like they are very
Okay.
aggro
Okay, I
looking.
love this.
Mm-hmm. One of the two says, I'll be right back. He goes into a little weapons locker, takes out a laser shotgun, and unlocks the door. He then walks into the main body of the ship, which looks like a classic slave galley. Like if you've ever seen one of those old Roman movies from that, it looks like that. There are a bunch of benches in 2 columns with a long platform running in between them. Seated on the benches are a diverse group of aliens, including, you guessed it, Trip and Archer. All of them are wearing shackles. Trip and Archer look like hell. They have bruises on their faces. Also, crucially, they are not in uniform.
Are they in
Trip is
blue
wearing-
underwear? Okay, sorry. I guess you're about to say.
No, not that kind of slave galley. They're wearing Starfleet casual. Trip is wearing what looks like a dark red leather jacket, and Archer's is blue. They look like civilians. They are not in uniform. They are not seated together, but they are seated across the aisle from each other.
Okay.
Okay. As the guard walks past on the elevated aisle between them, Archer says, "Are you in charge here? If you're not, I need to
Archer.
speak to your superior officer."
Sorry, he's doing a "May I speak to your manager?" when he is literally being sold into slavery.
Archer is the best Karen, though. That's his 100% his "I would like to speak to the manager" is his go-to line in times of trouble.
The guard responds to this by casually taking out a device, hitting a button, and giving Archer a nasty electric shock through his shackles.
He likes it.
Well, get ready to play that card again. Hold on to that card. You're going to want to move that one back into your stack. We hear a voice say, "I'd stay quiet if I were you. The guards don't like questions." It's the prisoner in front of Archer, another Enolan, also in shackles. "Do you know where they're taking us? I heard something about Canamar." And we hear a voice say, "It's a penal colony," says the alien next to Trip. And now we come to this guy. So I sent you both
Oh no.
a question,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes.
and I'm curious to hear your answers about this. Who, in your opinion, is the most annoying character in Star Trek? Not the most race thing, the most singly annoying character in Star Trek.
Okay, mine was what's his name? From DS9, the Ferengi guy who's like the one in charge of all the Ferengi.
The Grand
that's
Nagus.
Played by the Grand Nagus.
Oh, Wallace Shawn, the Grand Nagus,
And
okay.
I love Wallace Shawn, don't get me wrong. Grand
Oh, yeah.
Nagus is so annoying. So annoying.
Great
good
call.
pick.
Great pick, because I had two that were tied, and one of them was the Grand Nagus. I was like, basically any Ferengi who isn't Quark or Rom is annoying as shit to me, but the Grand Nagus is the worst. But my tie, which you would not know because it's from Voyager, is fucking Neelix. Fucking Neelix drives me insane. He annoys the shit out of me. That would be my choice.
I would have bet money that you were going to pick Neelix.
I have not seen Voyager, but people complain about Neelix all the time. Do I know who Neelix is? No, I don't know what. I don't know what they do. I don't know if they're like on the crew. I know nothing about Neelix except annoying.
Enjoy your.
That's it.
Enjoy
I know
your...
Neelix is an annoying character, and that's it.
Yeah,
it is
enjoy your ignorance.
The one personality the one trait about this character is just annoying.
So we need to set aside some time when we do the second contact for this episode. Clear some time because we are going to have to talk about Zumas.
Zumas.
Zumas is the alien seated next to Trip. He is, and I've done a little research on Memory Alpha for this. He is of an unnamed alien species, and he is, to put a fine point on it, gross looking.
Oh.
His skin has a sickly lavender color with large pustules all over his skull. He has long, droopy cheekbones, and hanging off the bottom of his jaw are green tendrils that I can only describe as looking like boogers.
No. Nobody needs that.
So imagine you're walking onto a long cross-country flight and this guy is in the seat next to you. Now imagine it's not a flight, it's a prison transport.
Great.
Wait,
Trip says
Zumas with a Z?
Zumas. Zoumas.
Okay.
Trip asks him, is this how your justice system works? Ship people off to prison without a trial? And Zumas says, there's a processing station in orbit. You'll be tried, sentenced, and set down to the surface. Well, what if we're not guilty? We're all guilty as far as they're concerned. Trip and Archer were accused of being smugglers by the Enolians.
I thought you were going to say accused of being smug.
Well,
I'm guilty.
it's a crime in their society. They're a very modest society.
But I do
Smug.
Stop being smug at me. I do have a question.
Oh, God. Yeah.
So Zumas, the annoying, is the same species as the guards?
No. He is not. The
Okay.
Enolians look like humans, but they have
the
facial
ridges. Okay. That's what I thought.
The rest of there are
just different species
there
all over.
There are a bunch of different aliens. There is one other Enolian who is a prisoner.
Okay, got it.
Becomes important. Okay. Zuma says, "Oh, I wouldn't want to be accused of smuggling. They'll probably make an example of you." We are back on Enterprise. They have arrived at Quito Ilan. T'Pol is explaining their mission to some sort of official/liaison. She says that their captain and engineer were abducted. This liaison says, we're the busiest trading outpost in the system. We get thousands of visitors every day. Unfortunately, that attracts just as many thieves and smugglers. As you might imagine, my officers are kept quite busy. I wish I could help you. And T'Pol says, I'll send you a description of Trip and Archer.
And this guy is the same alien creature, same species as the Enolian.
Okay.
They transmit their information. I was half expecting him to say, "Oh, these assholes! Listen, lady,
these motherfuckers."
So, and I just want to bring this up. I'm going to bring this up later in my final thoughts, but I like this episode. But here's a problem with this episode: Archer went on a first contact mission on a shuttle pod without the Enterprise and out of uniform. Okay? Okay.
Yeah, that... Also,
is
they
weird.
went on a first contact mission to, like, this... This sounds like
Oh, yeah.
it's like a...
Well-
it's not really like a normal city. It's like a waypoint.
Like
It's a trading
like
post.
a-
Like, this
yeah.
is a
Like a
major...
space
this will be
station.
established. This is a major trading post.
Seems like a weird
Anyway.
place for a first contact mission, but
Yeah.
okay.
There are things I like about this episode, but we'll get into that. Back on the prison ship, it's mealtime, and guess what's being served? It's gruel. Classic
I'm literally
gruel.
about to say gruel.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Or slop.
Spooned out
Yeah.
and served in dinged up little bowls.
Yep. This
Classic.
is like so cliche.
Yeah. Trip says, anything else on the menu? And it
Of
actually rates
course.
a sarcastic smile from the guards. We hear a voice. If you don't like it, give it to me, says a voice from behind Trip. It's a Nausicaan.
Oh no.
Jamie, do you remember who the Nausicans
That sounds
are?
really familiar.
They're the big ugly aliens. They were in Fortunate Son. They were the guys who attacked Picard when he was young and gave him
his heart condition.
His heart condition. They're just big, growly aliens. They have lots of horns on their faces.
Oh, the horn. Yeah, okay. I remember them. Okay.
The horny
Got it.
face guys.
Trip ignores him. He says, "Give it to me," he repeats. And Trip says, "Eat your own." The Nausicaan rises up to attack Trip, and guess what? The guards shock him with they make with the zap. The Trip looks at the guards and says, "Thank you." And the guards zap him too, causing him to drop his bowl on the floor. And I'm starting to think that the Enolian penal system may have some flaws in it.
Maybe.
Hey, guess what, everyone? Turns out that Zumas is the chatty type.
Oh god.
You should be careful with the Nausicaans. Bad tempers. What were you smuggling? Trip explains that they're not smugglers. He's the chief engineer of a starship, and Archer is his captain. Captain of a starship? Interesting. I should have tried that when they took me. It might have helped. Captain Zumas.
Oh god.
Okay, yeah,
I hate
he
this
sounds
guy
really
already.
annoying.
Oh, we're not even there yet. Back on the Enterprise, and the Enolian officer has come aboard. They have found Archer's arrest record. He explains they were carrying what appeared to be contraband, so they were taken into custody. They crucially never tell us what this contraband was. I have so many thoughts. I want to imagine it was several cases of bourbon, a bunch of water polo balls. Maybe he was taking Enolian slugs off the planet. I don't even know. This is, yeah.
Amazing.
But here's the crazy thing. They know what transport they're on. The Enolians have already contacted it. They have the coordinates. And the Enolian agrees to go with them to make sure there are no more misunderstandings after T'Pol insists.
Oh.
This is a chain of logical behavior I was frankly not sure this show was capable of.
This makes so
A
much
to
sense. Are
B
you
to
sure this
C.
is the right show?
Back on the prison ship, Trip and Archer are whispering to each other from across the aisleway. Well, what if the Enterprise doesn't find the shuttle pod? Hopefully, there'll be a judge or someone on the processing station that we can talk to. And Trip says, and if not, and Archer says, well, you might want to make friends with the Nausicaan, which sounds like sex stuff to me.
Definitely sounds like sex stuff to me.
Yeah. One of the guards enters. He goes up to Archer. Are you Archer? You're being released. The Nausicaan wants to know why. And Trip says, we're not criminals. And this gets a hearty chuckle from all the other prisoners.
Everybody involved.
The Nausicaan says, how much did they pay you to let them go? Quiet. I'm innocent too. I'll pay you. I said quiet. The guard reaches for his shocky button. And while the guard is distracted, the Enolian prisoner in the front suddenly takes off his shackles. He attacks and knocks out the guard. The prisoners are excited. The Enolian prisoner takes off the device and frees the Nausicaan. And you just know that Trip is going to be thinking, how is T'Pol going to be blaming this on me?
How's this my
Wait,
fault, Simon?
How did he take his own shackles off?
That
Yeah.
will come up later.
Okay.
He literally just snaps them off,
Oh, okay.
stands up.
Interesting.
That will come up later.
When the guy
know-
asks who's Archer, is there like a Life of Brian scene where they're like, I'm Archer! No, I'm Archer! I'm Archer, and she is too!
They had his photo. The Enolian prisoner, whose name we will learn later is Kuroda, tells the other prisoners to keep still if they want to get out of here alive. Kuroda presses some buttons on the door that separates the prisoner section from the cockpit, which sets off an alarm. There are two other Enolians in the cockpit. The guard rushes out, and Kuroda ambushes him. The pilot frantically tries to close the door, but the massive strength of the Nausicaan holds it open. He rushes in and throws him against the wall, knocking him out. Kuroda is pissed. We needed the pilot.
Wait, the
He's
Nausicaa got
alive.
knocked out?
No, the Nausicaan knocked out the pilot.
Oh, okay.
Of the Enolan pilot of the ship.
Yeah, that's a
We
problem.
needed the pilot. He's alive. Does he look like he's in any condition to fly? Oh, what about the rest of us, says one of the prisoners. You'll be released soon enough.
Wait, I have a question. Was Archer already unshackled when all this happened, or is he still
No,
shackled?
Archer and Trip are both in shackles.
Okay.
They're both watching this happen. The prisoners are rabble-raising, saying, free us too, and Kudora says, quiet! Kudora is having trouble with he's like, they don't have a pilot anymore, and Archer chimes in, you ever fly a warp ship before? It's harder than you think. And Tucker says he's right. You hit the wrong control, you could overload the plasma manifolds or shut down the antimatter containment field. We'd all end up a cloud of ionized gas.
They're gonna try to get them to have Trip
Kuroda
help.
says, you're a pilot? Archer says, a damn good one. I'm a smuggler, remember? Come with me. So I have a thought. I want to share with you guys. We've seen Archer in a lot of situations. And my take on this is that in any scenario where he has to act like an audience member would expect a Starfleet officer would act, he struggles, gets frustrated, and quite often gets it wrong. But we've seen him where he has to deal with criminals and con men,
and
he slips right into it
knows
like a
exact-
comfortable Sunday slipper.
Yep.
So here's a thought. Hear me out on this. Do you suppose maybe Jonathan Archer had a twin brother, the black sheep of the family, that they don't talk about too much? And one day...
That'd be so good. His name was Harvey Archer.
Harvey Archer.
Kuroda believes him and releases his shackles. And Archer says, my partner's an engineer. No, just you. Archer goes into the cockpit, looks at the controls, and taps a few. I thought you were a pilot, he says. Every ship is different. He orients himself and eventually finds navigation. Okay, he knows where he's going now. Kuroda says, there's a binary system 4 light years from here. Well, which planet? I'll tell you when we get there.
Oh, Jesus.
I was really hoping they were going to say Stammarus, which was the planet the Ferengi were going to. He doesn't say anything. Archer lays in the heading. The Nausicaan, now armed with a laser shotgun, paces the walkway. So they've knocked out the guards. They've all shackled them. The pilot is still knocked out. The guard who is awake notices that the pilot is slumped over. He goes, you know what will happen if he dies? If you get him medical attention, it'll work in your favor. I'll tell the magistrate you showed compassion. Zap! The Nausicaan puts him away. We are back in the cockpit. Kuroda asks Archer why he was about to be freed, and Archer, Smug, says, because we're innocent. I have friends who wanted to keep doing business with me. They made a few discreet payments, and now I'm innocent. I would have been off this ship right now if you hadn't staged your little revolt. I hope you've thought this through. Every detail, says Kuroda. Archer asks how he got out of the restraints. He couldn't have had a lockpick, But Kuroda did. He shows his wrist. There are little bumps. There are little metallic bumps in it. Subdermal implants. They depolarize tribunium alloys.
Tribunium? Really?
Technobabble. How did he know he'd need them? Oh, Kuroda's been on Canamar before, 7 years before he escaped, and he's not going back. Archer starts moving around the cabin, and he's tapping various things. He says that whatever they have planned, he's part of it now, and Trip could be useful. Kuroda gets suspicious about what Archer is messing around with. He goes, "What's that?" "A subspace transceiver. I hope you're not using it to send a message." He goes, "No, I'm taking it offline. It leaves a subspace signature even when it's not transmitting." Kuroda smashes it with his gun. Now it's offline. Archer gives a scumbag smile to Kuroda, and then he turns around and to us and the camera, he gives an Archer smug smile.
He was accused of being a smuggler.
Smuggler.
We are back on Enterprise, and Hoshi is picking up a distress signal. The Enolian identifies it as one of theirs. Suddenly, it stops transmitting. T'Pol orders the ship to warp 4.2, and the Enolian points out that even though they're several hours away, they do have patrol ships in that area. We are back on the prison ship, and Zumas is swinging into high. We're going to do a little playlet here. Maria, you are going to read Trip's part, and I am going to read Zumas's part, so that we can get the full
All right.
that guy energy. So, Maria, just imagine that you are talking to that guy. All right, are you ready?
All right.
Have you ever tried Tojal?
What?
There's nothing like it, but you have to eat it before it cools, otherwise it'll congeal.
Sounds terrific.
It's the first thing I'm going to have when we're off this ship. Where do you think they're going to take us?
Ask him.
I'll just wait and see. The Enolians won't stop looking for us. We'll be fugitives. I was thinking of having my face reconfigured. There's a surgeon on Barala Prime who can do it. He could help you as well.
I'll take my chances with my own face.
Have you ever been to Barala Prime?
Can't say I have.
If you ever go there, avoid the polar islands. The people are friendly, but the cold is unbearable. Nothing but ice and glaciers. I was stranded there for 3 months when some of my colleagues of mine decided to leave without me.
Imagine that.
The day I got lost, that was the worst. 14 hours. It took me 14 hours to find my way back to the outpost. I lost three toes to frostbite. I walked with a slight limp ever since. Not that you'd notice. I'm going to get that surgeon to do some work on my foot as well. Maybe he can replace the missing toes.
Excuse me, can I change seats?
Oh my god, I'm so annoyed with this guy. This is so annoying.
It's the worst. It's the fucking
When
worst.
When Trip says, "Excuse me, can I change seats?" this gets a smile from the Nausicaan. Back in the cockpit, and Archer is embellishing his story that he and Trip are new to the area. They used to work in the Sol sector. Beep, beep, alert sound. It's the Enolian patrol ships, 2 of them. They are charging weapons, and Kudora says, "Do the same!" But the patrol ships are heavily armed, and we're only a transport. They start taking hits. Kuroda demands Archer return fire. We don't have the firepower. If we attack those ships, they'll destroy us. I think I can get out of this, but we need Tucker's help. The transport drops out of warp, still taking fire. In the prisoner area, everyone's panicking, and Trip has been set free and is doing something on a little cabinet in the ship. Working. Got it! Kuroda hails the patrol ships. "Cease fire! We surrender!" The ships close in, and at the last minute, Trip opens the plasma vents. A purple mist seeps out. Archer ignites it with phaser fire, and the explosion disables both of the patrol ships. Kuroda wants to destroy them, but Archer refuses. He's only wanted for smuggling, not murder. Let's just get out of here. Kuroda agrees. Trip is immediately put back in shackles again. I just saved your skin. Do you know how much power flows through those circuits? How much? Asks Zukas. And Trip says, a lot. I could have been electrocuted. The least you could say is thanks. And the Nausicaan finishes shackling him, leans in, and says, thanks. Zuma says, well, that was nice. That reminds me of the time I was like, shut up, says Trip.
If you are too annoying for Trip to not want to talk to you.
Yeah.
I cannot wait until you two meet Zuma.
Oh.
I can wait.
Back on the Enterprise, the Enolian liaison says they've heard about the disabled patrol ships, and the Enolians aren't taking any more chances. They have ordered the transport to be destroyed. Even though the innocent humans are on board, the Enolians say, we're more concerned with the man who planned this escape. Able to match his voice print to a prisoner named Kuroda Loren. He's responsible for many crimes, some of them brutal, and they are determined to stop him. Malcolm says, we're determined to get our people back, and the Enolian says, then I suggest you find them before our patrols do. It's a race against time.
I just realized I've been paying so little attention. Is Canamar the name of the penal colony they're taking them to?
Yes, that is
Okay.
That is the
I
name,
just
yep.
realized that I have not been paying attention for what is Canamar, and I just made that as a guess. That was just a guess I made because
Yep,
I have
good
not.
guess.
been
But it was
paying
only
attention.
like mentioned in passing, kind of. It didn't.
Yeah, they mentioned, yep.
It isn't really like a big.
And it's not like it's the name of the ship, so like they're not even there. That's just where they're heading to.
That's where, yep.
Okay.
We are back on the transport cockpit, and Kuroda says, it was a clever trick igniting the plasma, and Archer says, I used it once before, wiping out an entire female mining colony and pinned it on the Sula box. He doesn't say that. He does say he's used it before in his smuggling, quote unquote. And Kuroda says, but you must have run out of clever tricks or you wouldn't be here. What happened? And Archer lays out the basic truth of what happened, except he frames it as a cover story. Kuroda, in classic scumbag fashions, offers to have Archer team up with him. You should consider coming with us, your partner too. Doing what? Oh, I have some business that I wasn't able to finish before I was arrested. It could be profitable. Archer says, I'm a smuggler, I'm not good at much else. And Kuroda says, trust me, you'll be very interested when you find out what I have in mind. How do you feel about slugs?
Go
Doesn't say
on.
that part. Does not say that part. They're heading towards a trading post called Tamal. He has some friends there waiting to join him because this prison transport draws too much attention. Meanwhile, poor Trip, Zumas is back on his shit talking about some kind of creature that's really fun to eat once you get used to the texture, provided you can hold them in your mouth while they jump around, and Trip has had it.
And Trip is still confined. Like he's been restrained
Trip is
again.
shackled next to this guy. He's had enough, and he goes, 10 minutes of silence. That's all I'm asking. Just 10 minutes of silence. And Zumas, you guys are gonna fucking hate, as much as you think you hate this guy now, wait until Zumas turns on the hurt good guy energy big time.
That's the worst.
I didn't realize I was being so annoying. We seem to be getting along so well. I just thought it might be nice to have a pleasant conversation
God,
before I spent the
stop.
next 10 years at a penal colony. Trip swallows this hard. Look, I'm sorry I snapped at you, but this isn't the best place to socialize. Back in the cockpit, Archer is trying to fix something, and he asks for Trip's help. Don't bother, says Kuroda. The ship won't be flying much longer. We get some backstory on Kuroda as he turns down a bowl of gruel after he hasn't eaten for 2 days, but he's not going to eat prison rations. He's been eating prison rations since he was 14, and he's had enough. Archer says, you've been doing this for a long time. You've been a criminal for a long time. And he says, "Oh, I wasn't a criminal. My father and I were working at a transport yard on Quito Enol. A supervisor accused me of stealing a brace of latinum. I had nothing to do with it, but they couldn't find anyone else to blame. I was sentenced to 5 years at Duranum." Sounds pretty severe. Enolian guards are known for their severity. Haven't you seen that? I learned far more in prison than my father could have ever taught me. I chose to put my new skills to use. I suppose I should be grateful. If it weren't for the Enolian guard, my life would have been quite dull. The transport drops out of warp near a planet. Archer asks for landing coordinates, but they're not landing. Kuroda's friends are going to dock with the ship. Well, what about the others? Are you going to let them go to prison? Oh no, says Kuroda. Before we leave, you're going to set this ship on a decaying orbit. It'll be incinerated. Well, that's the idea. It'll look like they crashed trying to land. No bodies, no evidence of escape. Archer is aghast at this, and Kuroda says, "If you don't like it, you can always go back to your seat. I may not know how to fly this ship, but I'm sure I can figure out how to crash it."
I like literally don't care.
Yeah, don't care. I care so little.
I'm so bored.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm sorry.
Not by you. Just by the
not
fact
by
that-
you.
No,
This
not at all.
episode is so boring, though. I just do not. I guess I'd be a little bit sad if Trip died. But I wouldn't be sad about Archer, and I would actually rather just watch the adventures of T'Pol and the Enterprise with T'Pol and Hoshi could be her number 2. I just think it would be fun.
We have to stop making up a better show, you guys. We have
The
to.
rest of these aliens
That's our
seem so
brand,
boring.
Maria.
I don't really care if they die. I would especially like to see Zumas die. So I don't know. I just, you know what? This sounds like a good plan. Let's crash it.
Yeah, let's.
Just
What if
make
we just crash
just make sure
every ship
Archer
into
is
the
on
atmosphere?
it.
Just fly into the sun. Fly this whole show into the sun.
We are back on the Enterprise, and they have detected that the transport has dropped out of warp near the trading colony. It's a good place to get lost in the crowd, says Malcolm. T'Pol asks if they can find any human biosigns. Malcolm says yes, they found 2. And, get ready for it, Malcolm suggests they use the transporter when they are in range, and someone explains why they can't. The Enolian liaison says it's a prison transport. It's heavily shielded.
Perfect. Perfectly done. Great. It is so sad that is such a huge milestone for this show.
Back on the transport, Archer tells the Nausicaan that the docking hatch was damaged in the fight, and he needs Trip to fix it, so they let Trip free. Archer explains to Trip what is going on, and he asks Trip if he can take out the Nausicaan by himself. Trip looks over his shoulder and says, "Piece of cake."
Really, Trip? Really?
My boy. Enterprise! Another small ship has dropped out of warp. It's trying to hail the prison transport, but with no response, says Hoshi, doing her job properly. T'Pol makes the logical leap that they've come to rescue Kuroda. How heavily armed is the ship? Fore and aft particle cannon, says Malcolm. Nothing we can't handle. Doing his job properly.
Amazing.
As long as T'Pol is around.
Amazing.
These guys can do their fucking jobs.
See, like I said, what a great show that would be.
Yeah, great show.
Back on the transport, Kuroda tells Archer that his friends will be here soon. Lay in the descent course. Archer tries one more time. Well, the ship is big enough, we could take all the other prisoners too, and Kuroda, in full villain mode, is having none of this. We've already discussed this. Archer calls Trip. How's the docking port coming? Trip's having trouble. He calls the Nausicaan over. There's this valve. I know we got off the wrong foot, but we're working together now. There's this valve that I can't turn. No. Over here, deeper. Look it deeper. You can turn it there. The Nausicaan falls for it, leans into the hatch. Trip grabs a cartoonishly large wrench and whammo!
It was a micro caliper.
Wait until you see this thing.
Trip does so good at that. Can you just help me with this? Like, he pulled the exact same thing on Dawn.
Yeah. I don't even really know what's going on. Can you look over here? No, over here. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, he's so good at that trick.
Trip picks up the laser rifle. Everyone, all the prisoners are panicking, especially Zumas. They said they were going to let us go. And Trip says they lied. They're planning to kill you, all of you. How do you know that? And Zuma says, you're going to get us sent to Canamar. Trip hits buttons on the door. The alarm sounds. Kuroda walks out into Trip's ambush. But Zumas shouts, watch out! And Kuroda shoots Trip. Kuroda moves to shoot Archer.
Oof.
But Archer has him. He says, do you know how to repair the docking hatch?
Wait,
it's not
so
easy.
Trip got shot?
Trip was laying in ambush. Zumas alerted Kuroda, and Trip got shot instead.
God, Zumas fucking sucks.
Yeah.
That guy sucks.
No, he's
That guy
literally
sucks.
I hate that guy.
How is it
Archer-
possible that there's an episode where we hate somebody is more annoying than Archer
Or Malcolm.
or Malcolm?
Archer says to Kuroda, do you know how to repair that docking hatch? It's not easy. We're in a decaying orbit, and if you shoot me, you'll die with the others. Trip wakes up. Bad news, the plan failed. Worse news, he's back in shackles. And worse news, he's shackled next to Zumas, who is unrepentant. Zumas, you should thank me.
Why didn't they just kill Trip? Like, I guess I don't understand these
Yeah, it's a great question.
alien villains.
They need Archer, and if they killed...
Okay, I
buddy.
guess.
They're trying to.
Do
they're
they
trying-
need Archer? I guess.
Yeah, it sounds like they do because he's the only one who knows. But it's in a decaying orbit, so
Yeah, and I'm
Seems like
sure
it's
that
all
there's
done.
other aliens on the ship that know how to pilot a ship. That feels like a
Yep.
pretty common skill, but okay.
Yeah. Zumas says to Trip, you should thank me. And Trip, who's extremely groggy, says, where's Archer? And Zumas says, he's with them, repairing the docking hatch. They said there's a shuttle coming for us. I'm sorry I had to intervene, but you didn't give me much choice. You're lucky they didn't kill you. Kuroda is furious, but everything's fine now. They're going to set us free. You're welcome.
Cannot stand this. Oh my god.
oof.
Uh,
How many other aliens are in there just like shackled like extras?
a bunch of different. It's actually a fairly diverse group. I think actually one of them. I think the one that Archer is next to might be You remember the sexy chicks on Ryza who changed into the bat-like creatures?
Yeah,
I think one of them might be that. But it's a fairly it's a really diverse group.
I was going to ask you if there was any in terms of diversity. Are there any women aliens?
No, all men.
Of course.
Well, none that I can see. None that present.
Yeah, but it's but it's just like the show cannot hire a woman even as an extra. Like, okay.
Archer has fixed the dock. The ship shakes a little bit as the other ship locks in. The door opens. It's the Enterprise crew! Malcolm leads the way. They're shooting everybody. Pew, 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 pew. It's a big laser battle. Archer actually shoots Kuroda and stuns him. They knock out the Nausicaan too. And Archer says, I see you got my message, to Malcolm. There was a scene earlier where Archer was pressing buttons suspiciously on the control panel. They start releasing everybody and moving them to the shuttle as the transport starts to shake because it is entering the atmosphere of the planet.
Okay, but can't he just go and pilot it out? Like,
he cannot. They will explain this, that the shuttle, like Archer explains that earlier, like he was trying to repair the landing thrusters and Kuroda told him not to worry about it because they were not going to be landing. Everyone's hustling to the shuttle.
Can't he just pilot it into a different into orbit or something so it won't crash?
As everyone is moving into the shuttle, Archer goes into the bridge and tries to change the course, but nothing is doing. He cannot, for whatever reason, he cannot pull the shuttle out of its decaying orbit.
We don't know why?
The shuttle is just really shitty.
Okay.
watch the episode.
Okay.
Maybe I missed something. Guess what? Malcolm says, "Okay, we have to go, sir. There's no more time. The clamp is breaking. Everything." Archer's trying to leave. Guess what? Kuroda wakes up. Everybody's off the ship except for him and Archer. Kuroda goes to the shuttle pod door and locks it. They're fighting. He tells Archer to change the orbit, and he says, "I can't." This fight goes on for a very long time. It's actually a pretty good fight. It just goes on for too long. You know how it goes. They're just slamming each other into things. Shit's exploding. Sparks are flying. The big-ass wrench comes into play again as Kuroda tries to level Archer with it, but he doesn't. Archer breaks away and gets the door to the hatch open. Kuroda goes to the bridge, and Archer, of course, says, "You have to come with us." And Kuroda says, "I won't go back."
Yeah, is Archer... Okay, I was going to say, like, Archer trying to... I thought that Archer was going to leave and lock him in there and just let him die.
No. Archer gets to the shuttle, which peels away, and Kuroda at the controls of the transport accepts his fate and incinerates in the atmosphere. Archer and Trip walk onto the Enterprise, and they look fucking grim. Phlox is there, and Archer tells Phlox that there are some men on the shuttle who could use his help. "And you," says Phlox to a bloody, dirty, and bruised Archer, "I'll be fine."
Archer's like, "I loved it.
I'm into it. Totally into it."
The Enolian liaison is there. He goes, "On behalf of the Enolian government, I would like to extend our apologies for this inconvenience. My superiors will want," and Archer and Trip ice him and walk away. Captain, my superiors will want a report on," and Archer's like, "Oh, I'll give you one right now. Kuroda's dead. The other 11 prisoners are under guard. As you're aware, my engineer and I were falsely arrested. We almost wound up on Canamar. Makes me wonder how many others don't belong there. You wanted a report? You got one. End of episode."
Wow.
This is a really fast one.
Yeah, it was very fast.
Okay. Overall impressions of this episode. This was a solid episode.
Really?
You guys mentioned that it sounded boring, and I think it's just because we know what the story beats. This is a familiar story, but guess what? They hit the story points. They hit the target that we were all familiar with. We know what's going to happen, and they do it. They hit it well. I like that Archer played the slime ball card very well. This was just a solid... What was the joke that we made before? It's a Star Trek 6 Enterprise 8.
Yeah.
This moved. This had movement. It was... I like this.
Interesting. Maybe just like... I think maybe there's something about when we're telling about an episode that certain types of episodes work better. And this definitely sounds more like an adventure, lots of different personalities.
Yeah.
Which maybe doesn't work as well because like you said, story-wise, we know exactly how it's going to go.
Right.
It's the thing you brought up earlier, Jamie, where it's like, is this going to be interesting if the show actually becomes competent? Yeah. But this worked well. The crew does their jobs. They explain things, and the script makes sense.
Amazing.
The bar is so low.
Our standards are so low. At the end of this, do we know what happens to the other prisoners? Do they go back to
I wonder
prison?
about that.
Presumably they get turned over to the Enolians. Like,
Wait,
Well, Archer expresses his outrage that maybe they are actually innocent, but
because
he's like, not my monkeys.
How much power do they actually have? It was a prison transport.
Yeah, so. But I mean, I understand that some of them may be actual criminals, but also these Enolians sound like assholes, and that they don't even really care if they're criminals or not, and that seems bad to just give it back to them.
But what are they going to do? Have them rework their entire justice system? Like, that's just not a thing that can happen.
Just drop them off someplace else.
That
I don't know.
Understand. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It is a murky episode, and I like that it's murky. 2 truths and a lie outcome. Trip and Archer are not sold into slavery. I was trying to work Stammers, although there are a lot of points into this where, like
it seems kind of slavery-like.
Kuroda is being like,
but they're not like
to go to
sold.
this place.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what we're going to do when we get there. And it's like, oh, is this
I see.
Stammers?
Wait, did we ever figure out what he wanted Archer to do with that job?
What the plan
What,
was?
what the plan was? Yeah.
Oh,
What was the thing that he was eventually going to tell him what to do?
Oh, the plan was to pilot the ship into the atmosphere so that there would be no evidence that Kuroda had actually escaped.
Wasn't there like a job?
He offered to let Archer and Trip join him in their criminal enterprises.
Yeah, but then Archer was like, well, I don't think I'd be very useful. I'm basically just a smuggler. And he was like, we'll have something for you or whatever, but we never found out what it was.
I think the offer was, well, if you don't, you're going to die in a fiery death on this ship, so you should probably come with me.
All right.
Yeah.
And he was, even though he started off being, like put in prison for falsely accused. He was Jean Valjean, loaf bread kind of situation.
Basically, going to prison made him a criminal. Learned the skills he learned in prison made him into a criminal. Okay. So yeah. All right, Porthos, good boy scale, no Porthos in this episode. How great would it be if
Porthos
if Archer said he was smuggling beagles out of the show?
They chain him up, and he's like, Porthos would love Zumas. He could sit and listen all day.
Porthos just goes after Zumas' ankles, like, as soon as he walks on board.
Wait until you see this guy. It's amazing. I described his facial, like the things he has hanging off the bottom of his face, as boogers. But when you see them, they're clearly like gummy worms. They're clearly like just, it's kind of amazing.
Wow.
Saucy section. How sexy was this episode on a scale from the Horda to La'an from Strange New Worlds in her fantasy princess outfit? Hello. Not sexy. Archer gets beat up, which is, as we have established, his thing.
It's his thing.
But nobody gets undressed, and Zumas is not great.
Gross.
He brings the whole level down.
Oh, wait. And Zumas goes to prison, too.
The prisoners everyone else on the ship is under guard and presumably get turned back over to the Enolians. I really wish there had been a moment between Trip and Zulan at the end, but
it feels like there should have been something at the very end.
Yeah,
welcome to my 5-part fan fiction series about the Zumas and Trip adventures.
Yeah, there wasn't really a purpose to Zumas. It seems like that was almost just a B plot for Trip.
Yeah, kind of.
To add some levity. But I thought there was going to be something like Zumas was somehow going to save them, or like something in a story. But instead he just fucked up their plan.
Actively fucked up the plan. I will say I remember this character, so this was a memorable performance. Never asked, never answered for something in the episode that made no sense and was never explained. Why was Archer doing a first contact without the Enterprise and in his civilian clothes?
Yeah, I'm really confused as to where I'm confused.
If it was a first contact, doesn't that implies that he's meeting some major government entity, doesn't it? Second, never asked, never answered. What was the contraband they found on the shuttle pod?
Right.
I really want to know this. They deliberately did not answer this question.
I mean, my guess is it was probably like weapons or something, but yeah, that's really confusing.
It's cases of bourbon. Technical difficulties. The most technobabble thing from this episode. Cortus has implants which depolarize tribunium alloys, which I checked is a made-up Star Trek metal.
Of course.
Tribunium.
There's
It's
no
called
way
tribunium. They're going to prison.
Where is HR? No HR problems on the Enterprise, but the Enolians will apparently
That's because Archer's not there.
The Enolians will apparently just arrest people and ramrod through the system. Science fiction, huh? Sure is wild.
Yeah, funny how that people just get detained randomly and put in prison.
Isn't it? Marco, any mentions of water polo? Before his arrest, Archer records a log about the sport which resembles water polo, and Hoshi does not even bother to play the captain's last message.
That's some bullshit about water polo. You know how he is.
Maybe that's why he got arrested, is he would not shut the fuck up about water polo.
The cargo he was smuggling was 200 water polo balls.
Do the two of you have any general discussion about
I still can't get over that they're accused of being smugglers.
Smugglers.
Just being so smug. That's so funny.
Well, there's the episode title. We need to get a photo of Archer. There are several screenshots, I'm sure, of Archer
there
smiling.
will be.
Smugglers.
Oh, so
You're
funny.
far too smug.
Unbelievable.
And this is the segment of our show which we call Will's Hollow Rex, brought to you by Eric Trademark. Because we all know what William Riker is doing on his holodeck, but these are Rikermendations for non-Enterprise related content we have been consuming in our holodecks this week. Jamie, what is your recommendation?
All right. Have you guys seen the movie Captain America Winter Soldier?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you know that it's based on a totally different movie?
Oh, really? No.
Okay,
Yeah.
lay it on me.
So it was based on the movie 3 Days of the Condor.
Oh, that I've seen.
Oh. I mean,
Which
I've
is
heard of it. I don't think I've seen that, but I've heard of it.
A great movie. I've been thinking about it this week because in recording time, this is when Robert Redford recently passed.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a great Robert Redford movie. He plays a CIA analyst whose coworkers get murdered, and then he's got to figure out what happened to them and why, and not get murdered himself. Also, Faye Dunaway is in it, and they have a very, very hot scene together. There's just a lot of chemistry between those two. The twist is the same as in Winter Soldier. So if you've seen Winter Soldier, you know, but it's so good. There's even the elevator scene in Winter Soldier is an homage to the elevator scene in this movie, which is so much better. It is just a better version.
Right. Sure.
Winter Soldier is just the fake copy version of this movie. It's so good. 3 Days of the Condor, a great thriller, just perfect movie. Strongly recommend.
Nice.
Co-signed. Maria, what is your recommendation?
So my recommendation is a Netflix movie called The Thursday Murder Club. Y'all, this movie has every major British actor ever. So it stars Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, and Ben Kingsley as retirees in an assisted living place who have a murder club. Basically on Thursdays they get together and they work cold cases, which that's a whole thing, but they work cold cases, and then a murder happens and they have to solve it. And it is not a perfect movie. There are some things I did not like about it. There's a whole dementia storyline that they didn't handle very well, but it's worth watching just for the sheer volume of incredible actors in it. So we've got Tom Ellis, Jonathan Pryce, David Tennant, Daniel Mays, Celia Imrie. You will recognize almost even the small characters in this are people you'll recognize, and it's beautifully put together. It's fun. It's funny. Thursday Murder Club.
I've heard that the book is actually better than the movie.
Oh, and it's written
Book series.
Yeah, it's a book series by a comedian whose name is I cannot remember right now, but I'm going to read the series because apparently that's really good too. Super fun, but a fun movie.
Cool.
My recommendation this week is for a movie, and I know that for my friends, my movie recommendations can be hit or miss because I love certain movies and maybe they don't connect. Maybe they're too esoteric. I need you all to watch this movie. I need both of you and everyone listening to this. It is currently streaming on Prime for free, if you have Prime.
Okay.
It is a movie from 2022. It is called Hundreds of Beavers. And that's the episode. Thanks for listening. Next week, we'll revisit this episode with a second contact and hear Jamie and Maria's thoughts once they have actually watched it. Special thanks to our producer, K.O. Myers at Particulate Media for sound assistance, and to our friend David for the beautiful cover art, and John Stephen King for being the voice of our computer. If you like the show, please rate, review, and subscribe on your podcast app of choice, and tell your friends about it. We really appreciate it. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook as @EnterpriseSplaining, and on Blue Sky as @EnterpriseSplain. You can also email us any comments and questions, such as, here's what I think the contraband was, to enterprisesplaining@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. Just post them on Blue Sky.
Oh.
And if you want to support this podcast, you can find us on Buy Me a Coffee as Enterprise Splaining. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Computer. End program.
Canamar is, I feel like it's either a I feel it's a place name, but it also could be a person name.
Oh, I assume it was a place.
I assumed it was a
sounds
place,
like
but
a
then I was
place.
thinking
You're
about it. I was
right.
like, it could be a person. But it's definitely some, never mind. Just
Wait until you find out it's a Klingon sexual act.
Oh, no.
Welcome to the Stinger.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping at the TeePublic store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.